I want to develop today is to say when XR is going to meet the social. So here is a quick introduction concerning the topic, okay, saying that devices are becoming more and more social. Since the invention of the cinematograph in 1896, devices have always evolved around decades, and they have always been social. The 20s came with television, another device social. The 70s made up with computer, first patents, and during the early 2000 decades, it made happen a revolutionary device with the smartphone. In 2010 decade, we brought the device which brings interest to us today, which is the VR headset, through mainstream Oculus platform and device, among others. All these devices share one common point. They are all social. And we go to the movies together, we watch TV with friends and family, but when we come to computers, smartphones, and above all VR device, social is even more than that. Because it's not only the device which is social, but also the platform and the software you have behind that. And the mission for this software and platform is to connect us. So we bet that in the future, glasses will be thinner thanks to 5G. We will have more and more interest in the market, with mass audience and usage. And social mixed reality will be the reset and will be the next medium that we are going to work for. I love to play, and this is my bet for the future, and I'm not the only one. So here is a definition I like from Charlie Fink, global consumer tech evangelist and specialist who writes in Forbes. And he said that the tech and XR conferences are going to move to VR. And it's already the case because today we are exactly doing this. And he says that the same thing is happening in the workplace. Things are changing. And I like this statement because he says that the workplace is going to be the next medium where we are going to share the social. And not only the conferences, which is more B2B side, but also in a B2C platform. There are already existing platforms and it's going to be developed and we are going to have more and more. So we have many opinions from XR experts coming from panels and investigations that are expressed regarding social. Let me share some of these insights with you. The first one very important are to say that students and employees better memorize in VR. This is something very important and it's an insight coming from the teachers, for example, in schools. And they also say that small spaces are easier for close conversations. This is also something very important. We anticipate what people will want to explore upon arrival. This is something that all the platforms are working for. We have to find the best environment that suits what you are going to do and what you want to do. For example, if you are looking for music, a show or TV or cinema, you need to find what the platform is going to give you. And platform could also embrace novelty and give people something new to discover every time they visit. So as social XR grows, users are the ones building its world. Of course, COVID-19 has changed our social interactions very recently. People need to be apart, but paradoxically, they want to be together as well. So that's why there is something very important coming with the social XR. And on the contrary, with a device such as a smartphone, for example, and TV, this is not only the killer app, as the software is not only the killer app. The killer app is a common part. So it's also the people who are the killer app. And above all, the people who are going to share events, classrooms, they are even traveling together, and they are going to be transformed into virtual versions. For the best, of course. So I like this sentence from Mike Kessel, who is a VR YouTube content creator. And he says that now, more than ever, people could really do with an escape from reality. This is a statement very important because the escape from reality, sometimes it's shown and seen as negative, because you want to escape from a reality you have and you don't like your reality and you escape from it. But for this statement, it's not negative, it's positive, because you have a reality, okay, and then you can escape from it and you have another moment, another life where we are going to share events, such as what we are doing together right now, where we are going to share insights and to share ideas and comments and even work together. Here are some insights coming from Mozilla Hubs, who is one of my favorite platforms of social. And it's coming from a study that the creators from Mozilla did, okay? And they say this statement coming from the close conversation is the future of social XR. And some of the requests and the answers we had of the panels were very interesting. Some of them were to say that it felt like we were next to each other. So like if we are talking together in a coffee or in a bar or a restaurant. They say that it's better than a phone call. They also say that texting, when you text with your phone, it doesn't capture your full expression, when in social XR, it does. They also say that physical humor works here. You can enjoy what you are doing, you can make some jokes, you can play, in social, and you can even have things to play with, and it's very good. You can share objects, you can play soccer, you can play tennis inside social, and you can create together. So let me give you some insights coming with the main platforms of the social XR. One of the most common used and the most famous one is VR chat, which is today the most successful B2C platforms in terms of users. Definitely. It's a US company. It released for Microsoft Windows in 2014, and it's cross-platform. It was released in HTC, Oculus, Steam, Windows. They have 20,000 users worldwide, mostly on Steam, and they knew their highest usership in February 2020, which was just before the pandemic. One of the main features they have is the fact that you have full body avatars with lip syncing and eye tracking. You can even have fun games like bowling and can capture the flag. You can watch videos with family and friends. Considering the test results I have for this platform, I would say that, okay, it's the place to be in terms of social VR because it's mainstream, but it's kind of complicated to find its way. And to my mind, the user experience is kind of deceptive. I know maybe I'm not the target, because it's very millennial for the VR chat, but there are all other platforms I prefer. For example, this one, Outspace VR. To me, is more accurate, it's more intuitive, and even professional than VR chat. It's also a US company. It was founded in 2013, and it was bought by Microsoft in 2017. It's cross-platform as well, with Vive, Oculus, Steam, and Windows presence, and it can host until 40,000 people in the same virtual room. They have conferences, even big events, which can reunite a lot of people. During this platform, you can play games, you can watch sports, you can listen to music, and even hang out with celebrities. You can teleport into classrooms and existing meetings, so we can work together during this platform, okay, inside this platform, for example, with Oculus VR headsets, and you have the possibility to share 3D objects. The test results I give for this platform they are more focused around live and virtual events than VR chat, to my mind. They are very intuitive and they let users build their own shareable spaces in VR, which is ideal for working meetings, for example. So I put the very good note for this platform. Then there is my favorite one. My favorite one is Mozilla Hubs, because it's free, but not only for that, because it's open source thinking and it allows to import avatars. It's very easy to create a room. You can create even in 2D. You can rework avatar here. So you can, for example, import your avatar and then modelize your avatar and browse it in 2D and even in VR. So it's a US Mozilla feature from the Navigator, the well famous Navigator. And it's cross-platform as well. You can have it in Oculus, even in Vive, and even in Pico, headsets, which is a smaller company, of course, than Oculus, but very intuitive and very important company in VR. So it limits you of around 25 people per room, but you have the wide users with Mozilla. And with this platform, you have the possibility to adapt situation to the space. This is what I like. You can work, you can have classrooms, you can chill, you can have a very good experience of working. You can import external avatars, as I told you, and you can draw with pencil, take pictures in 2D in VR. So the test results for this platform are, this is the most usable social VR platform to me from anywhere in 2D and even in VR. There is a wide compatibility and it's very easy to make partnerships with them if you have already a platform such as Orange, for example, and you can even have a Mozilla hub wherever you want. So it's a must-have. Another platform which is very interesting because it takes the topic of the movie theater is big screen VR. It's very famous because the pitch is very easy. You can watch TV with your mom and even your friends 1,000 miles away. So let me show you a video very quick of this platform, which is very interesting for me. And I will put you the video just here. One moment.
You're asking me to leave my family.
Is very problematic, okay, for the movie theaters, and they have to adapt to propose some contents and the new movies, the fresh movies inside the movies. What we lost, with some content, for example, in industry, and the change of the media chronology can be a new way, a new channel inside VR to have the experience of the movie theater. Basically, with big screen, it's very easy. You put your headsets and you sit on your couch and you have the impression to be in a movie theater. And even you can share the movie with some avatars. For example, we can watch a movie all together inside a room, okay? And we could even eat popcorn together and watch the movies. What is very good with big screen is the fact that they have a business model. For example, it's a free use. You can download it for free, but then you have to pay for movies. And it's a kind of $5 or $4 by movie, okay? So they have an agreement with Paramount and other majors. So this possibility to watch TV and movie inside a movie theater is very, very, very good. And it's a high potential for the distributor and the whole industry who suffers of the COVID-19, of course, due to the theaters lockdown. We all prefer to go to the movie, of course, but this is an opportunity as well to feel that what you live in a movie theater. And majors should bet more on such platforms to recreate a social movie theater as well. So the whole content and social industry is waiting for Oculus Horizon, which is the Facebook platform. Today, of course, Facebook is one of the main interlocutors in terms of social network and social XR. So what Mark Zuckerberg announced during 2019 is a new platform where people are going to be able to have games together, to have experiences together, and to have a multiplayer, such as, for example, an aerial experiences, where you are in a plane, for example, and you share a plane with some friends. So I see some opportunities, of course, with the new Oculus Quest 2 release as well. And it's a strong potential partner, of course, for telcos such as Orange and others. So now, let me talk about the concept I love, which is the psychology of space, which helps a lot to define what is social XR. So psychologists, professors, and architects have theorized this concept. They say, from studies and many studies, that interiors impact our behaviors. Interiors are defining well-being and creating even a positive and efficient working environment. The space can have a lot of impact on how we act, on what we feel. This is kind of obvious, of course. If you have a room where you have a lot of books and so on, you want to read. If your room is a mess, you are not able to work properly. At least for me, it's not the same for everybody. But in general, it's kind of a space. The space we want, it needs to be clear and clean to have a work and a very good session of social XR. They also say that lighting, colors, configuration, scale, proportions, acoustics, and even materials address the senses of the individual and generate a spectrum of feelings and practices. So what we see with this theory of psychology of space is the fact that we come from natural spaces, okay, the woods, the nature, and we go to the virtual worlds for the best. The psychology of space helps users to feel comfortable in virtual places. So virtual and real ecosystems share the same environmental design insights. The fact that users want to explore, for example, the fact that the size of the space influence the type of conversations that the users will have. This is what I told you before. The close conversation depends on a small place. See on the spot place. The objects in the environment shaped people's expectation on what the space was for. If you enter in a space, you are sometimes expecting something. For example, you enter in this space, you are waiting for a keynote and to learn ideas. And this is very important to have a clear idea of what you want. With lockdown imposed in some countries, events are reinventing themselves. I like this example, for example, of the festival called Burning Man, which was redesigned directly in VR. So we have architects who created the VR version of this festival, and people could, during the last summer, have some shows together. So now let me talk to you about the metaverse concept. This is a concept very, very well known for who is working in VR and social XR. So I will tell you about what it is, where to find it, and who will build it. The first actor who is going to build it is this guy. This guy is Tim Sweeney. He's the Epic Games CEO. So Epic Games is the editor for Fortnite. And what he says about the metaverse is very interesting. He says that this is the promise of metaverse, and it's far more than just a content. It's an entirely new network from today's streaming video and social media apps. And he says that it's a very, very big deal. Fortnite now. Fortnite began as a game, of course, but it quickly evolved into a social square. It's not only a game, it's something more. Teenagers talk to their friends on Fortnite, and they share ideas there. But not about Fortnite, they talk about their life, and they talk about what their avatar is in Fortnite. The plot is what happens on it and who is there. And it's a medium, and this is the metaverse, exactly. Some example of metaverse with these three use cases. The first one is the Marshmallow concert in 2019, and it reunited across 11 million people who experienced the event in real time. Then the next year, so this year, 2020, another artist, Travis Scott, reunited over 27 million unique players in games who participated like 45 million times across the 5 shows, because there have been 5 shows. Then another artist, Christopher Nolan, the director, he announced his movie Inside Fortnite. is that movie Tenet with a trailer. So we see a new experience of the Fortnite, and it's not only a game, it's a possibility to share some content and to have another experience. Metaverse is also about music. I like this platform called Wave. It's a US platform who raised $30 million with superstars to stage virtual concerts. So what Wave proposed is partnerships with major labels such as Warner Music Group or Jay-Z, Rock Nation, and artists are able to create digital avatars in a 2D scene or even a VR scene where they share their environments and they represent their artistic vision in real time. This is huge. And some investors, like very well-known artists like The Weeknd, for example, or even Justin Bieber, they invested in this platform. Then what I like also is the possibility to monetize this platform. For now, average, you have 400K viewers by show. But the CEO of the Wave, he forecast to have even more than that. And he said that with the scale of a virtual show, you can have 3 million people show up and each person could pay even $2 by show. So imagine the potential and the raise and the revenue potential with that. So to summarize, metaverse can be explained by these keys. First of all, it's a fluid state of identity. Secondly, it allows you to build your own social universe, which is very important for the millennials, but not only millennials, for everybody of us. Thirdly, it happens in a living and an animated life. So with games, animation, you are changing your identity and you are able to have another identity from your reality. Let me give you some social XR use cases to finish. One I like is the XR for video conferencing, which is pretty much social. What I like with this idea for coming from investigation, they say that it connects with collaborators in a deeper, in a slower, and a less directed way. This example is very good because sometimes when you share in Zoom, you don't want that people look like your library or your interior. You want to have more intimacy. And social XR allows you that, and it's very important. I like the idea, the fact that you can share 3D elements, of course, inside the virtual space, and the fact that you can host also your own events with colleagues, friends, and family members. And I see it as a very, very good opportunity during this pandemic situation, dramatic we are living now. Then there is another fact which is very interesting, is the fact that some conferences already moved to XR worldwide ecosystems, such as the virtual VEC HTC, which is annual conference in VR, which reunites around 5,000 people, more than last year. And we have talked with gurus in VR directly. And why does it work? It works because you can multiply attendees. You have no need to travel, so it's good for our planet as well. So it's a good argument. You can network easier with many people, and then you can have easier presentation inside the event. And I like this example of a movie, very famous movie, because it's the first movie of the industry, which is L'arrivée en gare de la Ciotat, which is a train basically, which arrives directly in La Gare de la Ciotat. And this movie recreates the train directly coming from the screen, and it was amazing. XR is also a meeting and educational platform, and it answers to actual needs from students and teachers. 2 use cases I love. The first one is a Chinese teacher who has developed a piece of software that allows to her students to follow virtual classrooms. So the teacher becomes an AR avatar directly, and students could record classes directly and just bypass and broadcast it directly in Twitch and even Zoom. Also, in Sciences Po, for example, they recreated the school inside the game Minecraft. So it was amazing because you have the school directly, and you could share materials. You could share directly lessons in class inside the game. So of course, this is not the first use case you think about Minecraft, but some teachers and even students, they pick up this platform to have this possibility to share inside the metaverse version of the school. So for telcos, the best social app will have to integrate these three pillars. The first one is to custom avatar. I already told it. The second one is the fact that you can share objects as well. I told it. And the third one is the possibility to share contents, which is very important. The rights, the fact that we are going to watch movies together, news, sports, even, and virtually and together. Let me give you some example of telcos. The first one is Korea and Germany telco. So the Korean one is LG Plus, who released, KT Telecom, who released a platform called Oksuzu Social VR, which enables users to watch video content together in the same virtual space, regardless of their physical location. So they have an incredible catalog of movies, TV dramas, and VOD, and they have a large OTT platform in Korea with even 10 million subscribers, so it's huge. The other example is a deal that Deutsche Telekom, the German company, did with a Taiwanese company called XR Space. XR Space is a company created by the former HTC CEO, which was presented during May 2020, and some consumers will experience metaverse where the virtual and real world are mixed. This is very important. You can scan your house, you can create a virtual space where you can play sports, buy t-shirts. So there is this integration with social commerce, and it's huge. Let me give you another video about this, which shows what it is exactly big screen VR. Sorry, not big screen VR, but XR Space, sorry. Here it is.
Behind every advance of mobile technology, there is always one single goal: to build human connections. Yet connections are often limited by space and time. And the truth is, we are more complicated than what text and emojis can offer. Text and emojis can offer. We are XR Space. We want to bring people together easily, go boundaries. And we have built an entire world to make that happen. With lifelike avatars, we can enjoy every precious moment with families, friends, without the limits of distance. In XR Space Manova, you can own private spaces, like a home, or go to public spaces to explore. We will be able to wander around, make new friends, jump into things we love in an instant, and share the best moments with people around. This is also a place where you can find what you are passionate about, where true joy can be joined, great vibes felt by everyone, where we can still be productive across distances. A place to share endless fun with friends. A place to hang out, or to simply show your moves. Magical place where we can become better versions of ourselves and never look back. XR Space Manova is a real wonderland with so much more to offer. A place to return to anytime, anywhere.
So, yeah, clearly a very, very good social XR interface. And they also have an added value, which is the fact that you have a device directly with it. This is very, very interesting platform. This is a very interesting platform. So yes, this platform, XR Space, they did a deal with Deutsche Telekom, and we bet that they are going to show and release a product in the coming months. So let me give you some other insights, some takeaways before leaving. Okay, so the social dimension has always been a determining factor in the sale of the device, and this also will be the case with the XR. COVID has changed the way we interact socially, and it opens the field of social XR apps. 2. Psychology of space helps users to feel comfortable in virtual places. And we have to feel that the natural world will come to a virtual world. Close conversation in smooth places is the key and the future of social XR. 3. Metaverse creates an ecosystem in which our identities will reveal themselves and where we share our passions. This is very important. And Metaverse is in every kind of content we share and we consume, where storytelling is the key. So movies, games, music, sports. And to finish, I would say that social XR needs to be promoted inside telco's organization with platforms such as the one I showed you before, services and product launch. Above all, with the introduction of 5G networks and the huge amount of data needed. So thank you very much. Here is my contact if you need it, and I can answer your question if you want.